dito sa Israel, and have a nice day sa mga kung saan man kayong dulo ng mundo. And ito, mag-rest lang ako, so medyo ano ngayon guys, sa mga balita kasi may dalawang kapwa natin caregiver na confirm ng patay, at nakakalungkot, diba? So, and kanina may alarm dito sa northern part ng Israel, and Diyos ko, grabe guys, nangatog tayo, nangatog ang tuhod natin, mainit. Hindi ko alam kung magpapasuot ako ng pantulog or hindi, ewan ko ba. So guys, nakakaano, now on your live. Hindi pa tayo nakapaano kanina pala. So, hello sa ating nag-iisang viewers dyan. Hello, kumusta po kayo? Kumusta po ang lahat?
Come celebrate iHerb's 27th anniversary with 27% off.
United and short Israelis have come together to back the military and are massive at the border with Gaza ahead of an expected land incursion. Today, Prime Minister Netanyahu and his political rival Benny Gantz announced that they would form an emergency government to handle this crisis. Meanwhile, in the communities along the border with Gaza, the grim task of retrieving bodies continues after the attack by Hamas, which is a prescribed terrorist group in the UK. Our Foreign Affairs correspondent, Sikanda Kamani, was to Be'eri, where one of the worst massacres occurred, and his report does contain distressing images.
Burnt out, abandoned cars by the roadside. All that's left of a mass killing at a music festival. We're following the Israeli army heading to another devastated village. The kibbutz are very worst affected. Small communities here. Gaza, more than 100 bodies The bodies of the attackers still lie on the ground. The vehicles they used still here too. And powerful machine guns trained on families.
All of them terrorists, hundreds of them killed in the kibbutz. But you know, it's not a war, it's not a battlefield, it's a massacre.
Inside a home in the nearby town of Ofakim, bullet holes and bloodstains are everywhere. David and his wife were held hostage for 18 hours by 5 Hamas militants.
Nanonood ako, guys.
They said in the morning we will put a bullet in your head, but at 2:30 the military came. We hid there, and here was a gunfight, shots, bullets, grenades. How we came out of this alive, I don't know.
CCTV cameras captured gunmen marauding around the neighborhood and opening fire.
Hello po, ganda Dan. Hello. Kumusta po kayo?
Inside their
Kung
home,
kami naman dito sa hospital, kung kami naman dito sa Israel, it's not so good.
I told them, we're brothers. Why are you doing this?
May namatay na tayong mga kapwa caregiver. Dalawa na po yung confirm na patay. And kanina may false alarm dito sa place ko. Nagka-ano siya, nagka-sirena. Nag-sirena. Diyos ko po, Lord. Sabi ko, okay lang. Yung mga ganon, pero pag actual, kahit matagal na kasi ako dito, guys, pag actual, iba na talaga. Nangatog yung tukod ko, talagang tumakbo ako paloob, papunta dito sa safe place.
You met these
Pataan.
responsible for such horrific violence.
Grabe to ah.
Are they monsters or what are they?
They're terrorists who came to kill us, but I turned it around. Offered them food and drink, treated their wounds as if they were my guests.
Israel is a country in mourning. More Israelis were killed here on Saturday and throughout the whole of the long, bloody Second Intifada. This is also a country that wants revenge. In the distance, plumes of smoke and the bombardment of Gaza. Britain's Foreign Secretary was today in Ofakim to show his solidarity with the victims of the Hamas attack. Horrific scenes here. Also grim scenes in Gaza. I wonder, do you have any concerns about the nature and scale of the Israeli response to this awful attack? Many people do across the world.
Well, I've said back when I was in the UK that of course Israel has a right to self-defense, and of course Israel has a right to try and regain those people who have been kidnapped. When I was in Israel a few weeks ago, of course we discussed the security situation. We discussed Israel's work to minimise civilian casualties, but of course what we do know is that Hamas
Nanonood ako ng may report nangyari dito sa Israel. Gagawan ko nga ito ng reaction.
What we want to see is as few casualties as possible.
Is that happening? Hundreds of children have died. There's a blockade on fuel.
We actually lost 1,200 people that murdered. Young people in the dancing park that they were shooting. Entire family that murdered one by one. Innocent people. We are living.
So, ayan guys. Diyos ko po, Lord.
Everyone,
nandito ako sa school ng aking alaga. So ito yung update namin ngayon. So far so good. Life is go on.
Yung nanay na hindi mo pinapansin.
We will all fight together over our rights. The unity of the nation in this days of pain, and it reaches the whole world. It's credible. We saw this in the speech of Biden, who was so heartfelt and we received unprecedented universal support in Israel from the world. Following Biden's words, a great deal of ammunition is coming and will be coming to Israel. We are fighting with all our strength on all fronts. We have moved over to the offense. Every Hamas member, and they are ISIS, they will be destroyed. The way we destroyed, the world destroyed ISIS, we will do that with Hamas. I ask you all to support the fighters, the warriors, all the people of Israel are behind you, the nation of Israel. And I thank you for the individual tonight, coming here, and the each one will come. In the words of the prophet Joshua, each one will come each other. The nation of Israel lives, and together, unified, we will win.
Words of the Prime Minister of Israel speaking to the people, Bibi Netanyahu, the Prime Minister, talking about horrific scenes of children being in a room.
Minister's description, and let me add, children who were bound to each other and were burned alive, barbaric acts that the Jewish people had not experienced since 1945. These things were stopped only thanks to one thing, the heroism of the combatants. Over the past 3 days, I've toured the entire area. I've been to the army bases, the kibbutzim, the towns, and I met the combatants.
Lord, yan. Nagkasundo na yung dalawang pinakaano sa Lord, natapos na. Nag-unite na sila.
From Yamam, the SWAT team, together with the police officers from the Israel police, together with the people from the ISA, they stormed, they lost their friends, and they rescued hostages. I saw a battalion commander who ran out of ammunition, crawled to the body of the terrorist, took a hand grenade, threw it into another room, and killed off the terrorist who was in Ofakim. I saw this, I heard this story. I met the people who were next to the brigade commanders who were killed in action, division commanders who burned and used, just jumped up in their first, and at 8:30 a.m. were the first ones striving for contact in battlefield. Brigadier generals, I met the Major General who killed with his own hands 14 terrorists. These are the heroes who stopped the murder, and we did stop it. We set a line, we cleansed the territory, and then we switched to the offensive. And I'd like to say now to all of you, we are going to completely destroy and kill off Hamas, or rather ISIS Gaza. They will perish from the earth. They will no longer exist. We will not information that Israeli children and babies will be murdered and will carry on business as usual. We will make sure that they are perished. I would like to convey some strength to the citizens of the state of Israel. I know that this is a very difficult hour. I would like to thank the IDF combatants as well as the police officers and the commanders who are doing this holy work all over the country. I would like to thank all our friends from all over the world who call me, and of course, tremendous appreciation to our great friend, the U.S. We shall triumph.
אזרחי ישראל
Citizens of Israel,
ולתושבי הדרום
the citizens of Israel all over Israel, the citizens of the south and the citizens living in the Gaza border communities who had to go through terrible personal experiences and showed such tremendous heroism in fighting, in waiting, in lasting, and I would like to convey my deepest appreciation to them. The state of Israel is now facing one of its most difficult times. These are fateful days. Our friends,
המשפחות שלנו
our families
נרצחו ונחטפו בידי
were murdered and abducted by a ruthless and cruel enemy, an enemy that must be perished in all means and without any hesitation.
כאן.
The fact that we are standing here, shoulder to shoulder, is a very clear message to our enemies. And more importantly, this is that we are all mobilized and we are all rallying.
לכל אזרחית ולכל
I would like to say to every man and woman at home
הביטחון
who feel afraid, apprehensive, who have lost their sense of security, I'd like to say to you that I understand this fear. I understand the pain, and
לנחם.
I have no words
אבל
to console. But we must make no mistake. The state of Israel is the strongest country in the region. It has the most powerful military. It has the best men and women. And we can see it in aircrafts after aircrafts of young men who are men and women who are returning home to defend their home. And they are feeling this might in Gaza already. And if necessary, they will also feel that in Lebanon. The entire world will see it. Our enemies will experience blood and fire and smoke.
מדינת ישראל חזקה משום
The state of Israel is powerful because it has the military might, outstanding combatants and commanders, as well as brave Israeli citizens who are all mobilized to the very last one. Just as young men and women set off to battle from the right and from the left, religious and secular, from rural areas and from cities.
בממשלה
Thus as well, the difficult decisions in the government will be reached by people who come from different camps.
יש רק
Because
אחד
at such a time, there is only one camp,
של עם ישראל.
the camp of the people of Israel.
אנחנו ננצח
We are going to win and we are going to change the strategic and security reality in this arena.
היא לא שותפות פוליטית.
Our partnership is not a political one, but we share the same fate.
שותף
All of the citizens of the state of Israel share the same fate, and together we will shape our fate and future as well as our reality. I would like to emphasize all the members of the National Unity Party and myself are here to participate in this campaign managed by the Prime Minister and the Minister of Defense, and we are simply leaning in.
כמו שהילדים של כולם
We are mobilizing just like all of our children are being mobilized and committed because the entire Israeli society has been drafted. At this day and age, we are all soldiers of the state of Israel.
ננצח.
It is a time to convene together and to triumph. It is no time for difficult questions. It is a time for powerful answers in the battlefield. The government and the security forces parties as well, and I do hope that some of them will join us over the next few days. Being united. This is what the Israeli people want, and this is mainly what the Israeli people need. This shared fate we all have as leaders is something that is shared by all Israelis. The fact that we have decided to bond together will lead to a change in reality. It will help us rise to all the challenges. This war will provide security for all the citizens of Israel for years ahead. And from here, I would like to appeal to the families of all those who have been abducted, because their pain is immense and inconceivable. We will have to take some exceptional actions, and I would like you to know that we will do everything we can in order to bring back your loved ones, our loved ones, home. Citizens of Israel, I look to all of you in the eyes, and I would like to say that it's difficult to see this from this current situation, but we will definitely win. We will change the security reality for years to come. We will exterminate the enemy. We will bring back our security. These fields of death where our heroes died will resume to bloom again, and the entire state of Israel will grow stronger. There's a time for war and a time for peace. Now, it is a time for war. King David has already said, God Almighty will give its people strength, and God will bless its people with peace. Now, it is time for fearlessness in war, and after it, there will be some calmer times, and hopefully, there will even be time for peace. And now, we will go to work.
All right, that was the new cabinet leading the state of Israel nowadays. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, and incoming minister, former Defense Minister himself, former IDF Chief of Staff, Benny Gantz. The first statement short while after the official announcement of the formation of an emergency unity government. Still here with us in studio, Captain Gary Polan, Mr. Dan Perry, and 24 News' senior diplomatic correspondent Owen Alterman. Gentlemen, first of all, unity government. Perhaps the next step will be questions from Israel's leaders, or two or other Israel's leaders, and yet your impression of this newly formed cabinet, Captain.
Well, I think that it's under the circumstances, it's the best we could hope for. But to tell you that I am confident that these guys will lead us to the victory that we're talking about, unfortunately, I'm far from being sure of that. But I do know one thing, that right now, even though many of us feel that the blame is very clear on what led us to this situation, we have to hold back, we have to bite our lips and wait, because at this point in time, the most important thing is to keep united. But 1 hour after the fighting is over, people are going to have to give answers. And what we've seen after the 1973 war, Moti Ashkenazi, is peanuts compared to what is going to happen here when this war is over.
Yeah, we're so far from there.
I agree with Guy. Hamas is a barbaric terrorist mafia who perpetrated this vile act. That's clear. But there was great negligence in being able to open the door. There are going to be many very difficult questions to be answered, and the government that we just saw established is a statement that now is not the time to do that. But I think it's a better government. I think it's good in a state of crisis so extreme as we have today to reduce the incompetence level of the Israeli government, maybe even to bring it to a level of actual competence. I think that has been done. But in my view, this is very clearly an emergency government and not the MTW. So the minute after the emergency is over, the knives will come in.
Right, and also, obviously having Benny Gantz's National Unity Party join is very significant given the divisions in Israeli society that immediately preceded this. Of course, there are large parts of the Israeli left who are going to support the government from the outside, no question, but aren't actually, at least as of yet, part of it. 2 points. One about the government, another about what we just heard. First, I think one of the major questions here is, in principle, right, it's going to be these three who are going to be making the important decisions within the culture. Through the question is, and what's become an even more cumbersome structure, is that actually going to happen? Or are other ministers going to try to put their fingers on the scale and make it a lot more clumsy? Second, as for the speeches, there's something we didn't hear, as far as my ear. We did not hear someone come out and say, we will end Hamas control over the Gaza. So what we heard was, we will wipe out Hamas, we'll wipe it off the face of the earth. And these are two different things. We will wipe out Hamas, we'll wipe it off the face of the earth is more amorphous, right? It could also even be more metaphorical. There was nobody who actually committed this government to the definable and measurable goal that so many Israelis want and feel can be achieved even with significant cost. Nobody was willing to take that step and commit themselves. And again, there continues to be this kind of lessening of expectations that I think might over time make it difficult for this government, even expanded as it has been. And I think the consensus may be more competent as it has been to really truly gain public support.
I think if they can remove Hamas from power in the Strip, they will. And you're right about the nuance. But Gantz was very important in his speech. He said we will exterminate or eradicate Hamas. You're right that it's not quite as measurable as removing them from power. But he didn't have to say that, and he did because he knows that in Israeli public opinion, that Rubicon has been crossed.
No, but let's leave public opinion aside for a second. Captain Pawan, I'm trying, again, we're hearing those statements day in, day out this week. Does eliminating Hamas's military capabilities mean that there will be no one gun left in the Gaza Strip?
It's not. These are things that are not. It's easy to make these declarations. By the way, these declarations have been made by the same prime minister in 2009 and 2014, etc. Hamas is an idea. In a sense, yeah. Hamas is an idea. You can kill every single soldier and commander of Hamas, destroy every single laboratory of rockets, but the idea of Hamas does not evaporate. Now, unless you stay there afterwards and continue to police the people, you cannot avoid the fact that once you go out, the children of those people will become Hamas.
And while you cannot kill an idea, you can definitely reframe it. And I'm alluding to Biden's speech from last night, which, again, its historic importance cannot be undermined. And Biden was drawing a clear line, aligning Hamas on the wrong side of history, clear cut. If we're going back, if we use the term Israel's 9/11, axis of evil.
Yes, but the same United States has put the Taliban on the other side of the line, and we've seen recently where the Americans are and where the Taliban is. So it's not enough to have the aspiration and the just way to say these people deserve to be wiped out of the earth. It's another thing to actually do it.
Make sure.
I think it's safe to say that Biden really is a Zionist, whereas he wasn't necessarily an Afghan nationalist.
Yeah, that's, yeah. Owen, let's just talk about the, not just the speech, but the ripple effect, because it continues to resonate. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken on his way here.
Yeah, we saw him an hour ago. Yeah, right.
And he could have very well stand there with them, with these three that we're just seeing, the new Israeli leadership. Blinken's arrival here is more than just symbolic, right? It's sending a very clear message to all those watching those who need reassurance and those who need to hear the warning.
Yeah, listen, Blinken's words really have a piece with what Joe Biden had said. Obviously, it's more meaningful, more powerful, and in this case, more personal, more emotional when it came from the president, given what we saw. But obviously important to see it repeated and echoed and, in a sense, etched into policy, going so far as to repeat Biden's central line, right, with the one word, don't. And that's to Hezbollah and to Iran, which Blinken repeated. So again, we're getting a clear and consistent message from an administration that in general has been very disciplined in terms of the way that it approaches statements and policy. And you're right, in another comment we made earlier, that this is, in terms of the biggest picture, the geopolitical picture, another step in solidifying a cross-continental Western alliance, right? With Western media talking about Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan as a kind of trio, right? Of outposts of Western values and the Western alliance that need to be invested in and defended and supported. And again, it's a stunning turnaround. It's something we didn't know about 2023. That Israel was going to be a cause célèbre in the West.
Almost
for however long it lasts. For however long it
see
lasts.
that has to be emphasized. There is a trade-off here. Because with all due respect to Biden's Zionism and these important messages and this new alliance that you mentioned, if enough civilians die in Gaza, that will disappear. And so Israel's going to have to weigh all these trade-offs here, including another trade-off. There are two basic goals which attach to extreme action. One is the probability of the need to free thousands of dangerous, convicted and accused terrorists to get back the hostages. That seems likely. And the second is the high price that will have to be paid if Israel really does intend to retake the Strip and truly eradicate Hamas, meaning remove from power and demilitarize the atmosphere. Benny Gantz in his speech said we're going to take extreme action. That's why we need this unity. That was interesting. I don't totally dismiss what politicians say. I just usually do. But that struck me as not unmeaningful. And I'm thinking he actually meant the latter. I think he meant extreme action in Gaza with all this biblical reference to blood and fire and pillars of smoke. That to me speaks of a concept.
Extreme is going to be, of course.
Either way, extreme together.
Yeah, but between extreme and to reach the goal of eliminating Hamas forever, these are two different things.
Do you think removing them from power is possible without completely untenable consequences?
Temporarily moving them from power again. As I said, if we manage to go in there, even by with ground forces, and catch and kill every single one at a huge cost. But never mind for a minute, because even if we kill all of them, eliminate them from power temporarily, unless we stay there, it's not going to be possible, because once you go out, there are 2 million people out there, so are not going to become Zionists after the Hamas is there.
Installing a PA, installing a foreign peacekeeping force, very fortunately.
Look what's happening now.
It's sometimes, maybe at least that.
The phrase thinking outside of the box, maybe this box no longer applicable altogether. We need a new box. I know a coalition of foreign Arab countries that
Foreign peacekeeping force.
Again, this is years from now.
There's no good option.
Exactly.
There's only the least better option. That's the way.
So as we are wrapping up, unfortunately, let's just circle back to this point in time. And we'll take it step by step, because this is the only thing we can take at this point in time. Objectives of day 6. Briefly, if you may, Captain Bowen.
Well, I think that the first thing is that we need to get our military, for whatever action is going to be taken eventually, getting them as ready as possible, because we don't want another 2006 Lebanon 2 happening in Gaza now. And we already hear about American forces being well-equipped and all this kind of thing. So we first of all, we have to get them as ready as possible. One thing, this is the immediate need. And then I'm hoping that this cabinet and the work as much as possible to do a serious systematic protection plan, prepare those next steps. That's for the immediate future. Not, in other words, not jumping into any kind of adventure, only to find out 2 days later that there's another disaster that is happening.
Yeah, the turn of events is so quick, so intense, it's impossible to count. Dan Perry, final remarks?
Kumita
I
kami
think the objective for day 6 is to begin healing
false alarm din pala.
from a nightmarish year of political nonsense, ending in this horrible butchery.
Diyos ko.
And
Tapos
to not
sibsibok
take radical, thoughtless action, but to have the best minds in the country, which may not be exactly that every single
Kaya nga hindi na nga ako hindi na ako nagpalit ng hindi na ako nagpantulog. Hindi daw kami lalabas kung may doon lang daw sa safe na place. Ay, titinawagan na ang sige natatatin mawag. Ang alam ko, ang kausap ko, yung asawa ng balabay ko. Kanina, sabi ko, tumawag yung anak ni Lola. Nagtatanong, sabi ko, tinignan ko, siya palang una kong kausap, hindi pala yung asawa ng balabay ko.
Exchange, to change the version of the energy, and I think it's unity government to an extent.
Si Lola naman, walang
It's this.
May alarm, sabi kong ganyan. Ano? Ayaw pang tumayo, bahala ka. Tumaraya, tumainmunol ka.
One sentence, again, go back to the diplomatic issue and to try to manage and assuage and continue the momentum diplomatically and the precedent support we've seen. I tend to be a bit more optimistic than others about its staying power. I don't think that the images of last Saturday will entirely fade ever, and you will always have that. We saw it today with Eli Cohen, his foreign minister, and the visiting British Foreign Secretary James Cleverly in the exchange that they had. And that is always going to be there until the end of this war, and it's going to be.
Gentlemen, we need to wrap it up, but thank you so very much for joining us on this broadcast. Captain Greco and Mr. Dan Perry, our very own Owen Alterman, thank you for this. And while we are here discussing the ifs, the whens, the buts, in the Shula camp in Ramadan, apocalyptic scene really, where hundreds of bodies are being identified, family members of these so many still missing, just standing outside, waiting to hear the absolute worst. Our correspondent, Mr. was there today.
Standing in front of a military base that used to house the military rabbinets, but now this has been turned into a body identification center. This is run by the army, by paramedics, and by the Israeli police altogether. And here, more than 800 bodies are stored. The bodies of the victims from the massacres that happened in the regions bordering the Gaza Strip after the infiltrations over the weekend. And we had the chance to take a tour to be instructed by the Israeli police in terms of what is going on here behind me earlier this day. Although we did not enter the halls where the bodies are stored, the testimonies that the police officers were giving us were quite vivid. They were telling us that identification of bodies is extremely difficult because the conditions the bodies come and many of them are burnt, are desegregated, are even showing signs of rape and of other terrible acts done to those corpses. They are really trying to identify bodies as soon as possible, but the main priority is to make sure that the identification is correct. They do have access to databases from the Israeli Interior Ministry, from the Israeli police, from the Israeli army as well. We're talking about one section where soldiers are being identified, which is many times easier than when it comes to civilians. We're talking about 800 bodies again. Many of them also children, women, elderly people from all ways of life, from all walks of life really. And families only come in very, very rare instances, as of course these images are very, very hard to look at. And people here from the Israeli police, the army, and also the paramedics here in Israel are working a really 24/7 to identify as many bodies as quickly as possible. But it is a very, very challenging task. And as one police officer has told us, Many people here have never seen images as crucial and as cruel as these. This is Pia Chekava reporting from the Center of Israel for I-24 News.
As we're nearing the end of our broadcast and all this darkness, there's a bright light. One woman, the hero we all needed, outsmarting terrorists with the secret weapon of all Jewish grandmothers, cookies. Another hero we need, Bakil Avatala, joining us. What are we talking about?
I have not smiled like this in 5 days. This woman, Rachel, really is the very definition of heroism, of grace. We're talking about a woman and her husband in their 70s that were held captive in their house for 15 hours. Some websites are quoting 20 hours, but regardless, 15, 20, it's all peanuts when you put them together. They were held by 5 terrorists, Hamas terrorists inside the house, one of which actually had both a pistol pointed at the left-hand side of her head and a grenade with the pin pulled out on the right-hand side. And the entire time that this ordeal is going on, there is the Yamam special police unit outside that is trained in negotiations and these kinds of tactics, trying to work on a plan to rescue her and her husband.
I did express there was a malfunction in the whole front command. There is no security even in the north.
Says, you boys must be hungry, let me make you food. She organized coffee and cookies from the negotiators to bring in, and then because it was a 15-hour ordeal, obviously that didn't keep them full, so she made them a chicken dinner. This is a woman who originally grew up or was born in Iran. And it's the most stereotypical story. With all the stereotypes coming out at the moment, this is the one we needed.
With a pistol?
With a pistol. And what's even more interesting is, and I'm hoping that the team can put up the map of exactly where this was. Their home is in an area called Ofakim.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the Gaza envelope. It's not just off the corner. It is 20 kilometers. 20 kilometers away from the border. This is how far the terrorists actually got into Israeli territory with the aim of murdering Jews, of murdering Israelis. But the light really comes out of this. You have to listen to what she said once she was rescued. It's unbelievable. Take a listen.
Yeah. We hope we can take a listen to what's up.
I am saying to you, friends, do not fear terrorists. They are not worth being anxious over. Go with the flow. Our Creator protects us, and we have championed police officers, and we have an army. There's nothing like the Israeli military. No one like our soldiers. No one.
You'll have a look at some of the pictures hopefully on your screen. This has actually gone viral because this is a story of heroism, a light in the darkness. People are now putting her house on Google Maps and giving it reviews. They are making memes out of it, not in a way to be funny about the situation at all, and that should be clear. This is a way to show that even in tremendous, I mean, imagine having a gun and a pistol and 5 Hamas terrorists knowing that they want to kill you to your head. This is a woman that is just grace, compassionate, and just shows you what Jews and what Israelis are truly are.
Jewish mothers will save the world.
Amen.
Thank you so very much for helping us all smile, and to a different type of a smile. I want to end the broadcast with these images that make me, and I'm sure will make you too, tear, but in a good way. This is not a cliche. The spiritual strength, the resilience to and from the very core of this nation, of these people. This is what we're fighting for. This. Israel is officially in a state of war. This is a very active scene, and we need to get in the car as we're talking.
100 soldiers and civilians have been kidnapped.
You just don't know anything.
Entire families, including babies and children and elderly, were butchered in their beds. Awakened the giant, and we are ready and we are strong.
Everyone is showing up. This is the unity. I stand here to tell you that New Yorkers will never tolerate evil, whether it's committed here in our homeland or in Israel. We'll never, ever tolerate evil.
Hello and welcome to this special broadcast here on 924 News as we continue our rolling coverage, day 5 of the war in Israel. To say that little by little the stories of the horrors begin to come to life would simply be wrong. It's not little, it's more than horror, and there's definitely no light here. The remains of another southern community that turned from paradise into absolute hell being revealed today. We bring you first documentation from inside the shadows of Kibbutz Be'eri. Meanwhile, it's not just the body count that continues under fire. The identification process of hundreds of bodies piling up, still underway, with hopeless, helpless family members amassing outside, waiting to hear the worst. In hospitals, while survivors are fighting for their lives, violent terrorists are receiving treatment too. The health ministry instructing to transfer them to a separate medical center today. And as we speak, dozens, over 100 Israelis, elderly, women, children, being held hostage, captive by Hamas in the Gaza Strip. No one knows, but the mind can only imagine what they're going through. Meanwhile, the fighting continues not just on the southern front. A false alarm sending Israelis all across the country into shelter, raising suspicion of a cyber attack. And at last, 5 days later, an emergency unity government has been formed, finally. We bring you all the updates from the ground and the analysis here in the studio. But first, we want to head down south. Nicole Tzedek, 24 News correspondent at the Barzilai Hospital. Nicole, what is the current situation down south?
It continues to be an ever-changing and developing situation, Ellie. I mean, every 30 minutes, 40 minutes, there seems to be red alerts just in our area alone, in Ashkelon, let alone all these other communities throughout the South continue to all also received those red alerts telling them that rockets are continuing to be fired from the Gaza Strip. Residents rushing to their bomb shelters here at the Barzilai Medical Center, a place where they are treating hundreds of patients, many of them in serious, critical condition. They're continuing to operate on those patients as rockets fly overhead. One of those rockets even hitting the Barzilai Medical Center earlier today in one of those barrages of rockets. It hit the Child Development Center. Now, luckily, there was only 2 people inside, and they were not injured. They were in a guarded place, so no one was injured by that, but still, that shows how close these rockets are actually hitting a hospital here in Ashkelon. And more and more patients continue to be transported here as well. Soldiers in critical condition after a gunfight earlier today between Israeli soldiers and Hamas terrorists. 5 of them transported here in the operating room after having been hit with bullet wounds. One of them in the neck, I was told by the doctor. So still very, very active here. The medical team, the patients, the volunteers continue to work under so much pressure as not only more patients are coming in, but those rockets continue to fly overhead. So it's an ever-changing and an ever-developing situation really down here.
I-24 News correspondent Nicole Tzedek with the rest of the I-24 News team there. Stay safe, and we'll get back to you later on. Thank you very much for this. And now, entire families wiped out, brutally, viciously murdered. The rescue forces who have seen things say the sights there, the smell of death is not something the mind or the heart is able to bear. Parents and children hugged together, shot, burned alive, slaughtered. A Holocaust scene within a state. Jonathan Regev is reporting from the ruins of Kibbutz Be'er.
We've all heard the terrible, terrible accounts of what happened here on the Gaza border communities on Saturday morning, but nothing prepares you for the minute you can see with your eyes what has happened. This is Kibbutz Be'er, one of the communities that took the hardest hit, and there you can see for yourselves sheer devastation, sheer destruction, homes completely burnt, destroyed, and the smell cannot be passed on television, but that's here as well. Homes completely destroyed. In those homes that you now see destroyed, there were whole families inside. They were there, and you can just imagine what they went through, the horror they went through on that terrible Saturday morning, as hundreds and hundreds of terrorists were running here, shooting, looting, massacring, and then you can see for yourselves, you can see how it looks, sheer devastation here in Kibbutz Be'er. As mentioned, this is one of the communities that took one of the hardest hits. More than 100 people were massacred here in this community, a flourishing community at any other time. We have to say, despite its location right on the Gaza border, Be'eri was a community that flourished in regular times. But now you see the scenes are completely different. Sheer devastation, very difficult to see, very difficult to witness firsthand, a difficult scene. And we've been speaking to the soldiers who've been amassing here in Be'eri and neighboring communities. They witnessed this, they saw this, and they're saying, we're ready to go in, and make sure this thing never, ever happens again.
And we want to turn now to one more Israeli out of so many still looking for their most dearest beloved missing. Audrey, brother-in-law of Sharon Arev, appeared to have been kidnapped from the music festival turned massacre. Ohad, thank you so very much for joining us. I will start by asking the only conceivable question. How are you?
So we are still waiting for some information.
So let's do try and get a better understanding. But when was the last time you got any information about Sharona, from Sharona?
Okay, it started Saturday early morning. We woke up at 6:30 with bomb alarms. Then after a few hours, my brother called me saying that he received a message from his wife Sharona, which say they shooting at us. I'm hiding. I went to his place. I picked him up and started to drive towards the south of Israel. It's like an hour and a half driving, and then we started looking around between the settlements all around the border with Gaza to look for her. And it was crazy. It was chaotic. We drove and all around it was fire. And
you were just looking for any clue under fire, just going from one place to another? We seem to have some technical difficulties. We will try to restore the connection. We have, hi, we're back with you. So, again, you're describing a completely chaotic scene that you're just going on your own under fire from side to side, looking for any clue. But we are 5 days after this massacre there. Have you heard anything from authorities, anything official?
We didn't have any information from no formal, nothing, not any info. After 5 days of trying to locate any detail, watching every movie underground, like in Telegram or any media, looking for any photo of her, of Sharona. We didn't find anything. We understood that she's with people who've been kidnapped into Gaza.
And in this respect, Donna, you're hearing with the rest of us what officials are saying, that the issue of the kidnapped, those who are being held hostage, will be dealt with once it is all over.
Look, I'm not talking politics.
No.
Saying anything about it. I don't care about this war. I don't care about anything. I just want to bring back the civilians. Okay, there are children, there are women. Sharona has 2 children of her own with my brother, a boy who is 9.5 and a daughter who is 6.5. I don't care about this. I just want to bring them home. That's it. This is why I'm talking here. This is why I'm pushing it. War is between countries. It's between armies. Not between people who go to a music festival to have fun and dance and that's it. This is not war.
No, and during our conversation, we were seeing pictures of Sharona on the screen, and if one would have asked you to paint a picture of a peace-seeking human being, it would be more or less this character that Sharona embodies. We are sending a big hug to you, to your brother, to Sharona's children from here, and hopefully she will be back with you sooner rather than later. Thank you so very much, Ohad. We'll
Thank you very much.
touch base with you later on. Thank you. And this war has, we all feel it, is fought on so many fronts, and we're all in it to win it, right? So emotional resilience is key, and we want now to acquire more tools to handle with vendors. We will be going through in the coming days, in the coming weeks. So we turn now to Nimrod Eisenberg, Professional Development Manager at the Dream Doctors Project, or in common language, a medical clown, right? Nimrod, thank you very much for joining us. Your expertise is to brighten up the toughest hours and what you've been doing since Saturday. Tell us more.
As much as we are grief-stricken and in deepest sorrow, unimaginable, as everyone else is, we in the Dream Doctors organization, as we have done always, are part of the emotional support and the healing of trauma, or coping with what is happening right now. Our medical clowns, the Dream Doctors, are all around Israel as we're speaking every day, working both in the hospitals with children and adults who are hurt and hospitalized, and in the different shelters where children and families from the affected region are staying these days. Our clowns are there to bring energy and have people cope with the moment. We obviously undergo the same emotional strain as everyone else, but we have one art form that we can use, and it's to play. Our clowns play with the children and families, playing through what we call the